What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 Volvo XC40 B5 Ultimate Dark Theme. Huge thank you to Heasley over at Beyer Volvo Cars of Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular XC40 or any Volvo product, I'll be sure to have Jamer's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. Today is one of those days where it's just a little bit too cold to be wearing a t-shirt, but a little bit too warm to be wearing a sweatshirt. You may be able to tell which one I chose. I'm wearing my t-shirt, not that anybody really cares. But anyways, just like usual, first we're gonna talk about the exterior and the performance. So, like I said, this is a 2024 Volvo XC40 B5 all-wheel drive Ultimate Dark Theme. And this particular one has been painted in Vapor Gray, which is a new color to the XC40 for the 2024 model year. Now, speaking of new things to the XC40 for 2024, you now get two new color options, again, Vapor Gray being one of them. The Ultimate also gets 20-inch wheels now as standard as compared to 19-inch wheels of last year. You also get the upgraded pixel LED headlights from the XC40 Recharge now on the B5. And then you get the choice of either the bright theme or the dark theme. The dark theme is what we have here today, which in my opinion looks a heck of a lot better and a lot sportier. But again, that comes down to personal preference. But moving on from there, as standard with the Ultimate, you get the pixel LED headlights with automatic high beams and active bending lights. You also get LED daytime running lights, LED turn signals, and LED fog lights come with the Ultimate. Now, taking a step back, let's take in the entire front end of the XC40. So this is what she looks like up here at the front end for the 2024 model year. And like I mentioned, this one is the dark theme. So with that in mind, you get a gloss black mesh front grille as well as gloss black lower outer grills. So this grille, gloss black, and then these lower outer grills as well are also gloss black with the dark theme. Again, I think that looks a heck of a lot better than the bright theme because I think it just makes it look sportier, more aggressive. And again, that comes down to personal opinion. But moving back up to here, excuse me, you can see you get your Volvo logo located at the center of your grille. And then just beneath your Volvo lettering is where you will find your forward-facing camera. That forward-facing camera works with your 360-degree view camera system that you get as standard on the Ultimate trim level. And then also as standard with the Ultimate, you get 6 forward-facing sensors on the front end as well, which makes parking in tight situations definitely a breeze with the 360 camera system and the sensors both front and rear. But moving on from there, you get a satin black lower grille as well as a satin black front fascia. So again, this area and then all of this down here is all satin black, and you will see this satin black front fascia leads nicely into your satin black wheel arch moldings, which I'll show you here in a second. But last but not least, with the XC40 B5 Ultimate, you get 8.3 inches of ground clearance, which is plenty on a little compact SUV like this. You can go through tons of snow with that kind of ground clearance. So yeah, very capable little SUV for, you know, daily driving, but then also those situations where you may get stuck in a snowstorm. So that ground clearance is definitely welcomed on this vehicle. But coming down the side, again, like I mentioned, you get these satin black wheel arch moldings, which flow nicely from your satin black front fascia, as you can see on screen right now. Now I'm going to take a step back. That is what she looks like here on the front 3/4 angle. And then one option that this vehicle does have is the $205 mud flaps, which you will find behind and in front of all 4 of your wheels and tires. So again, that is a $205 option. But coming down, these are the standard wheels you get with the Ultimate, and they are a 20-inch 5 double-spoke black diamond cut wheel, and they are wrapped in 245/45 Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. I'll give you a view of the tread pattern on these tires here real quick. That is what the tires look like. Here's another look at the wheel face, and if you are not a fan of these wheels, there is a optional 21-inch wheel. However, I couldn't get a picture of what they looked like, but on the website you do get an optional 21-inch wheel. I just don't know what they look like, so I can't tell you if they look better or worse than what we got here today. Again, as standard with the Ultimate, you get rain sensing wipers, and then with the dark theme, you get these gloss black mirror caps. You also get integrated turn signals as standard. Also as standard, these side view mirrors are heated, power folding. Both mirrors are auto dimming. You get your blind spot monitoring on the upper left-hand side of your driver side mirror and on the upper right-hand side of your passenger side mirror over there on that side as well. And then last but not least, you get a camera at the bottom of both of your side view mirrors. Again, that camera works with your 360-degree view camera system that, again, you get as standard with the Ultimate trim level. Now, here's a little side profile shot of the XC40, and back here, this is basically what makes the XC40 the XC40. They also do have a C40 that is all electric only, basically gives it a sloping roof design. But anyways, you can see, kind of looks like a block of cheese. But anyways, with the dark theme, you get these gloss black roof rails up top here. Also with the dark theme, you get the gloss black window trim. You get body color door handles with keyless access and illumination. So coming underneath the door handle, you see that? That is a light. You also get a light right here as well to basically illuminate the door handles at night, giving you just a better view of what you're grabbing onto again at night. And then coming all the way to the bottom of the side profile, you get the satin black door cladding, which I'll show you here. There's a view of what that looks like. I'll give you another little view right here as well. Coming around back, here is a rear 3/4 shot of the XC40. And starting from the top, you get a body color shark fin antenna. You also get a body color roof spoiler. Coming around back, you do get LED taillights. And then also, your third brake light is located up top here. I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up on camera. Third brake light. You get a rear window defroster. You got your rear wiper back here. You get chrome badging on your power liftgate. Speaking of the power liftgate, the power liftgate is a $200 option. But anyways, I did want to go back into the chrome badging back here, which in my opinion, I think they kind of dropped the ball a little bit, because if you are getting the dark theme, I think with the dark theme, you should get gloss black badging back here. I think that should definitely be on the 2025 XC40, as well as across the lineup, because they do this with the XC60 as well. And I think that's just a mistake. I think all of this stuff, again, if you are getting the dark theme, should all be blacked out. Anyways, coming down here, you will find your backup camera right there. And again, this vehicle's been optioned with the $200 power liftgate. Again, I think that should also come standard, especially with the Ultimate. Now, this also does have a hands-free liftgate. All you got to do is put your foot underneath here. I think you got to kick motion and then step back is what it says to do. And the liftgate will open up. So again, power liftgate, $200 option. In my opinion, I think that should be standard. Now, another option this vehicle has is the $385 protection package, which it didn't tell me what came with the protection package. But if I was a gambling man, I would say that with the protection package, you get these all-weather floor mats, as well as this rubber cargo tray back here. So I think the rubber cargo tray and the all-weather floor mats come a part of the protection package. Again, that is my guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure. And then these are the standard floor mats that you get. They are carpeted and they are black. I know, not the greatest view of what they look like, but that is what it is. I don't want to open that up. I want to let the owner open it up. And then you also get lights back here, one on the passenger side, one over here on the driver's side. And then coming back to the passenger side, you get a 12-volt power outlet. You also get a little grocery bag hook there and on that side as well. Lifting this up, you will find your cargo cover. So this right here is your cargo cover. Basically, if you wanted it, you could have it here, and basically every time that the trunk is closed, it's going to close off the view of what you get in the trunk. So basically thieves can't see the contents that you have in your trunk when the trunk is closed. And then coming back and lifting this up, as well as what we got down here, apologize, that is where you will find your spare tire. So you do get a spare tire with the XC40. I do not believe you get a spare tire with the C40 or the XC40's or the XC40 Recharge, which is the all-electric version of this vehicle. Not a fan of all-electric stuff. Also, those power folding second row headrests also come with the Ultimate, excuse me. And then you can see you get fold flat storage space for an additional 3 to 4 feet of storage with the second row seats dropped. Light up top here on your lift gate, and then if I press this button, the power lift gate will begin to drop. And let's finish things off here at the back end. So Coming around back, you get a satin black rear bumper. You also get 2 reflectors, but these reflectors also double as your rear fog lights, which I'll show you what they look like on screen right now. Coming down, you also get 6 parking sensors back here as well. You get a gloss black rear valance right here. And then coming back around the side, on the passenger side, is where you will find your capless filler neck. So if I open that up, you get a capless filler neck down in there, and then this does ask for premium fuel, minimum rating of 91 octane. And that kind of about does it for the exterior of the 2024 XC40 Ultimate. Let me know your opinions on this vehicle in the comment section down below. Honestly, I think this is a pretty sharp looking little compact SUV. You know, when I first saw it, I thought it was very strange, but it honestly makes sense for somebody who lives in the country but drives around in the city often, because it's a good commuter. It's not like one of the other small little compact SUVs that, you know, you wouldn't want to take on the highway because it's too slow. It feels cheap. This is solid. It's got enough power to drive in the city, but also on the highway as well. So if you're one of those people, you live in the country, you work in the city, this would make for a great commuter because it gets pretty good fuel economy as well. But anyways, with that stuff out of the way, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that works with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Total output is 247 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 6.1 seconds. And if you were wondering about fuel economy, you can achieve 23 miles per gallon in the city, 30 miles per gallon on the highway, for 26 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive as standard. So, you know, the fuel economy numbers could be a little bit better, but considering the kind of power that this thing has, I know those, you know, power figures don't sound all that crazy, but when you get this thing out on the road, it is not a slouch. It is actually pretty peppy. You just have to be behind the wheel. You have to experience it to kind of understand what I'm talking about. But if you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support. I put a lot of time and effort into making these videos. So if you've enjoyed any part of this video, if you've learned anything from this video, please just take a second, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button. The likes and comments in particular look very good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and that is basically what helps me grow. So I'd appreciate it if you would do those things. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving on into the interior, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you do get keyless access. So all you have to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. You can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across this little box right here, and now the vehicle is locked. You can tell that the vehicle is locked because the side view mirrors fold in, but I did want to walk you through what the key fob looked like as well as the functions on the key fob. So on this side, satin black, and then the buttons themselves are like a satin chrome. On this side, that is your panic function, and then on this side, starting from the top, you have your lock function, your unlock function, and your power liftgate function all the way at the bottom. But now let's take a look at what the driver's side door panel as well as the interior has to offer here with the Ultimate. So this interior is called the blonde color, and then the seats themselves are the blonde Microtech seating surfaces, so not actual leather. We got a little bumblebee right here that I'm gonna whack out of here, but yeah, this is what the door panel looks like. So right here, I believe this is also that Microtech upholstery, so it's basically black. Then you get some satin black trim here. You get a nice wood inlay. With the Ultimate, you get the interior high-level illumination, which is basically ambient lighting. So you get some ambient lighting up top there. Then you get a satin chrome-looking door handle. Also with the Ultimate, you get the Harman Kardon premium sound system, as well as the 2 memory seat adjustment settings for the driver. Coming down just a little bit more, you have your unlock and your lock functions. Your power side view mirror controls are here. However, if you wanted to power fold in your side view mirrors, you would press the L and the R buttons simultaneously, and that will power fold in your side view mirrors. And then you get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners. And again, with the Ultimate, you get the power child locks for the second row seats. So not only does this lock the passenger window privileges, it also locks the access to the outside for for the second row passengers. So it's basically a child lock that you would normally do like physically on the door, but all you got to do is click that button and you can hear it is locking the access for the inside people to get out, if that makes sense. But coming down just a little bit more, tons of miscellaneous storage space at the bottom of the door panel, and that kind of about does it for the door panel here on the driver's side. Taking a look at what we got going on down here, you get a Volvo door sill that is a brushed aluminum type of material. You get power front seats, both seats are power, and then also with the Ultimate, you do get the thigh extension. It is a manual thigh extension, so come underneath here, pull up, and then the thigh extension will extend. This is what the seats themselves look like. And now I might as well take a look at the rest of the interior. So moving on into the interior, like I mentioned, you get keyless access. That also means you get push button start. So all you have to do is push your foot down on the brake, key fob in the interior, and push to start. And that is what it sounds like when it fires up. One thing that's kind of interesting about Volvos is that they kind of just like turn on. They don't have like a starter noise, like a kind of thing. It's kind of just like they just turn on. And if you've ever been in a Volvo, you've ever driven a Volvo, you kind of understand what I'm talking about. So let me know in the comments down below if you understand what I'm talking about. But coming back over to here again, the power liftgate is a $200 option, and this is the button to power open and or close your liftgate there in the back. Coming back just a little bit, if you flip this down, that gives you access into your manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel, so it will come towards you. You can push it away from you, and then you can also move it up and down until you find your comfortable position. Once the comfortable position is found, just lock that back into position, and now it is in position. But now, let's take a listen to our turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like on this vehicle. And now, not only is this your turn signal control stock, this is also your high beam control stock, your headlight control stock, and your fog light control stock. So I'm gonna walk you throughout the controls. Flipping that up is going to turn your automatic high beams on or off. Now I'm in the headlights automatic position. That is headlights in the always on position. That is parking lights on, and then that is headlights off. I'm gonna put it back into automatic, and then if I click this, that is going to turn your front fog lights on. And then this button down here is going to turn your rear fog lights on or off. And that kind of about does it for that stock, other than this is your trip reset button, but I'll get into that later on in this video. Zooming back out, this is what the steering wheel looks like. I do believe this is a leather wrapped steering wheel. And just like any other steering wheel, you have your horn at the center. So let's take a listen to it. That is what the horn sounds like on the XC40. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, this vehicle has been optioned with the $550 climate package. And with the climate package optioned, you get heated rear seats and a heated steering wheel. So if you wanted to turn your heated steering wheel on, you see these two seat functions. That is for the passenger front seat heated seat function. But if you click right here, that is going to bring you into your heated steering wheel as well as your heated driver's seat. But basically with the heated steering wheel, you get 3 levels of adjustability, which is definitely very nice because normally you only get 1 on other vehicles. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is that with the Ultimate, you get Pilot Assist, which is a driver assistance system with adaptive cruise control. I'll put on screen what Pilot Assist does, but essentially it's like an adaptive cruise control system. And these are your adaptive cruise control / Pilot Assist system settings or buttons. And then coming over to this side of the steering wheel, this is to speak to the vehicle. This is going to switch you between your different screens on the display, which I'll show you here in a second. But anyways, this is to volume up, this is to volume down, this is to go back on a track, and this is to go forward on a track. But then these buttons are also to control what we got going on here in that screen. So these functions kind of double, as well as that circle button right there. They all double as 2 different functions, if that makes sense. And then this is your windshield wiper control stock for your front wipers and your rear wiper. But now moving on into this screen, this is your 12.3-inch digital driver display. So on the left hand side of this display, you have your digital speedometer readout, you have your speed limit sign. This is your like analog speedometer over there. It's analog but digital. This lets you know that if the lights are on or not. This is like driver assistance stuff. Ambient exterior temperature, that is who is buckled and who is not. This is your fuel gauge, this is your fuel range. Then you have your transmission status stuff there. That is for your 48-volt mild hybrid system. Basically, when you're coming to a stop, it's going to kind of regenerative brake that system, and basically you're going to get blue arrows that kind of go up the battery. I'll show you that in the driving portion of the video. And then this is your tachometer over there. And then with the 12.3-inch digital driver display, you get 2 display modes. First display mode, this is calm. This is your calm screen, basically displays nothing at the center. And then you also get your Navi screen. So you get calm and Navi, and those are your 2 different displays on the digital gauge cluster. But coming up top here, you get a vinyl wrapped dash. This is your defroster for your side window here at the front, so you get one of those over there as well. You also get 2 tweeters in the A-pillars there and there. You also get a speaker up top here as well. And then coming down just a little bit, this is your 9-inch Google-based infotainment system with built-in navigation and wired Apple CarPlay connectivity. I would really like to see Volvo start incorporating wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, but as of right now, they do not have that yet. Then you get 2 HVAC vents on both sides of this screen. And then up top here, you get your LTE status stuff. It lets you know that my phone is charging in the wireless charging pad, and then that is the current time. I'm gonna back out of that. And this is your home screen right now. So if I swipe down here, basically this is your notifications. It's letting us know that we do have an update available, but I'm gonna close that back up because right here, you have your map stuff. Then you have your Bluetooth audio / audio stuff here. Then you have your phone stuff. And then you have your car status stuff. So basically, it's gonna show you your tire pressure monitoring stuff. It's gonna show you your oil stuff. But yeah, that is basically what that screen does. Backing back out of that, you also get a secondary screen that if you come here and you click on this button, it's gonna bring you into your secondary menu. So basically, you have your YouTube stuff that you can pop up on this screen. If you were smart, you'd go to 703 speed and you would subscribe to my channel. But I'm going to basically back out of that, go back into this screen. Then you have your Google Maps stuff, driving journal, all your different media and radio stuff, phone stuff here. Again, Apple CarPlay, you must connect a USB cable. And then you have your Google Assistant. You do get an air purifier with the Ultimate as well. You get your Google Assistant stuff, your car status stuff, your owner's manual you can pop up on screen as well. But I did want to show you the YouTube stuff. So this is what the YouTube screen looks like. You can go into here and basically we can search YouTube. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up the best YouTube channel that there is, which is my channel. So we're gonna go over to here, and then you'll be able to watch my videos while you're sitting in your car. Look at that, isn't that pretty sweet? Look, there's my latest video, got some more videos down there. So I think that's pretty sweet in my personal opinion. Then coming down, you see this camera button. If you click on that camera button, that is going to pop up your 360-degree view camera system. You can go in between your different camera zones. That's your front camera, that's your driver's side camera, your passenger side camera, and you have your rear camera as well. And then these buttons down here are basically to turn your parking sensors on or off. And then you can turn your reverse automatic braking system on or off by the push of that button there. Then you get your settings button up top there. And then, like I mentioned, this is for your heated front seats and your heated steering wheel. The heated steering wheel and the heated seats both get 3 levels of adjustability there. And then this is your climate control stack here. So you can see this is what the screen normally looks like. If you click right here, that is going to pop up the climate control stack throughout the entire screen. That is what the climate control stack looks like. And then this is your settings menu. You have your driver settings, all of these different things here. You can pause your screen, but I did want to show you the controls because you have all of these different controls here for the vehicle. That is what that stuff looks like, and that's kind of about it for that screen. This is your home button again, brings you into your home screen. Come down, these are your only physical buttons. So you have your hazard button, front defroster, rear defroster. That is to go backwards on a track, that is to go forwards on a track. This is your volume control knob, and that is to play or pause on a track. And then this is just a blank button. Coming down just a little bit more, you get a 12-volt power outlet. You also get a 2 USB-C ports. You get a wireless charging pad. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and my phone fits down in that wireless charging pad there. And then once your phone is charging in the wireless charging pad, it will let you know up top here when it is charging. So you can see now it is charging. That icon lets you know that it is charging. Then opening this up, you get a spot you could set your key fob. You get 2 cup holders here. This is your fancy crystal gear shifter that you get with the Ultimate. You can see it says Sweden on it. And if you wanted to go into reverse, push your foot on the brake and push forward. And then if you want to go into drive, pull backwards, and that will put you into drive. If you pull back one more time, now we are in manual mode. Basically, if you wanted to downshift the transmission, you'd push to the left. That is to downshift. If you wanted to upshift, you'd push to the right. So that is that, and then push P to go into park. This is your electronic parking brake right here. This is your auto hold function. So basically, if you're tired of holding your foot down on your brake in traffic, basically when you push that button, the vehicle will hold you in place by itself with its braking system. And then this is one thing I really like about the XC40. So basically, this is a trash can. And let's say, you put, gum wrappers in there, some tissues, stuff like that, and it gets full, right? You can pull this thing out, and then you can go dump it in your trash can at home, and then just push that back in, and then you get a trash can in your car. So I wish other manufacturers would do something like this, because this is actually very useful. And then coming down into here, you get a decent amount of storage space. I'd say it's probably about 5 inches deep about here back, and then about 4 inches deep up there, and then decent amount of storage space. But really just be mindful of what you set down in there, because you will disappear. Your storage space will disappear rather quickly. Then you get that wood inlay goes across there. I do believe you get some interior high level illumination that lights up underneath there. And then this is what your glove box looks like. Good amount of storage space in that glove box. That is what it looks like down in there. Coming up top here, you get an auto dimming rear view mirror, and with the Ultimate, you get HomeLink, which is your universal garage door opening system. If you own a house with 3 different garage bays, you can open up those 3 different garage bays individually with these 3 different buttons down here. And then over here, you get your SOS stuff, basically like your roadside assistance stuff up top here. This lets you know if your passenger airbag is on or off. Driver gets a light, passenger gets a light. They're basically like touch screen lights. Pressing on this button right here is going to turn on all your interior dome lights. And then as standard, you get a panoramic roof. So if you do that, the shade is going to go all the way back. And then this sunroof not only slides, but it also tilts up. If you wanted to tilt it up, you'd push right there, and then the sunroof will tilt and close that back up. If you wanted the sunroof to go all the way back, all you gotta do is do that again, and then the sunroof, or the shade's gonna go back, and then the sunroof will open up all the way. Let's see how far that sunroof opens up. So it pretty much goes to about right here. Can we get it to go back any further? Yes, now you can go all the way back. So when you pull it back, it's gonna stop. Then if you pull back one more time, it's gonna open up all the way. But I'm gonna close that back up because the sun's basically in my eyes. Then opening this up, you get a vanity mirror, a vanity light, and a spot you could set a little paper product. And then do these slide forwards and backwards? They do not. So these are fixed in position, but they pretty much block everything that you need to be blocked. OPU panel up top here. You get an OPU panel on that side as well. Visor over here looks the same as the visor on the driver's side. Then on the driver's side, you get a little bit of storage space here, and on this side you do not. And that kind of about does it for what we got going on here in these front seats, other than you get this little Swedish flag, Scandinavian flag, and that kind of about does it again for what we got going on here in these front seats. So a couple things I wanted to go over as standard, or what you get with the Ultimate. You get the Harman Kardon sound system, you get the driver's seat memory, you get the thigh extensions, you get the power child locks, interior high level illumination, the pilot assist driver assistance system with automatic or adaptive cruise control, the 360-degree view camera system, the air purifier, the power folding second row rear headrests, and then last but not least, this vehicle, at least here on the interior, has been optioned with the $550 climate package, which gives you the heated rear seats and the heated steering wheel. Now I'm going to throw the entire window sticker on screen, and I suggest you take a look at what you get as standard with the safety stuff. Take a look at all that stuff. Again, this is a Volvo. They prioritize safety, so take a look at all those safety features. Take a look at whatever you want to, but basically I am just going to highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2024 XC40 Ultimate Dark Theme is spec'd is $51,335. And in my opinion, considering the build quality you get with this, considering all the features that you get with this, I think that's a pretty good deal because this thing looks sharp, it's solid, sound system is good, and it's just a solid premium feeling vehicle for $50K. But I want to show you what we got going on here in these second row seats before moving into the driving portion of the video. So this is what the door panel looks like back here. Let's see how far these rear windows go down. So that's as far as they go down. Again, automatic up and down second row windows. That is to lock the vehicle there. Then you get some storage space down there and a speaker. Now I want to fold, you can see they do fold flat, but I'm going to fold these back up into position. And then this is what your second row seats look like. Again, you get the power folding headrest. So if I click that, headrests fold back up or down, then you push them back into position. This is what the seats look like. Now, let's step in to these rear seats. So you get a little bit of storage space right here. You can basically set a key fob, maybe some candy, Hershey's bar, something like that. Up top here, you get a dome light. You click on it and it will turn on or off. I'm honestly not quite sure what this does here, but I would assume maybe it's for like a dry cleaning thing, but not 100% sure. Let me know what that is in the comments down below. You get a seat back pocket behind the driver's seat as well as behind the passenger seat as well. Just keep in mind they are mesh, so pens may fall through. 2 HVAC vents. Come down here, you get the 2 USB-C ports. And again, with the climate package, you get heated outboard second row seats with 3 levels of adjustability. I am sitting behind myself and I am 5'9". I still have plenty of leg and knee room. Here's another view of that leg and knee room. Here's a view out the side. You can see this window is rather big, and I wish they would have just made the window a little bit bigger. But anyways, it's big enough, but you can see that area does not open up. And then when it comes to headroom, I'm 5'9". I've got plenty of headroom, or I'd say I probably have about 3 inches of headroom left over. But if I slouched, I'd have more. Then opening this thing up, you get 2 cup holders. Let's see, you get a nicely padded armrest. Yeah, that's nicely padded. And that kind of about does it for what we got here in the interior of this vehicle. So again, I think this is nice. I think it's premium feeling for the money. Again, let me know what you think in the comments down below. But you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior of the XC40. So now I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, and now on to the driving portion of the video, where I always start my videos here. We go over these speed bumps at 5 miles an hour, and then I rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about 5 right there. A lot of cars coming in. I don't know what's going on. It's very quick. Nice little acceleration there. Again, about 5 miles an hour. And I'm gonna give this thing a 8.1 on a scale of 1 to 10. It did very well going over those speed bumps. So yeah, definitely nothing to complain about when it comes to the speed bump rating. Did very, very well. Now, we're gonna take a little right here. And I'm going to show you that this thing's actually pretty dang peppy. I'm not going to give it a full throttle acceleration because honestly, this thing feels quicker and it feels better when you give it about 50% throttle. So here's a nice little acceleration, about 50. I mean, you can see it's very, very quick acceleration. Like, it does not feel slow by any means. And when you open it up, like you floor it, it doesn't feel as fast. And that is because I believe that the engine is optimized for about those mid-range RPMs, because the reality is most people drive in the mid-range RPMs majority of the time. So that is where it's optimized to be. That's where it's optimized power-wise. And I think it just, it has really good pickup, you know? Here's another little passing acceleration. So again, not slow by any means. I like how you can hear the turbo. See if I can't catch that on camera. I know it's not going to pick up, but we can try. Turbo is actually pretty loud on this. Like, it sounds good, and I wish it would pick up on camera. It may, because it's pretty loud today. I'm gonna hop over here in this lane. I would say that the brake feel is pretty firm, but I think that's a good thing. So yeah, brake feel firm, great acceleration. That Crossfire actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, I love hearing that little turbo whistle. I love hearing it build up and then once you let off of the accelerator. So again, I think this thing's got great power. Now that we're at a stoplight, I wanted to get into the sound system. So this has the Harman Kardon sound system, and in my opinion, I think the Harman Kardon sound system sounds very good. You know, when you turn it up, I do kind of wish that it was just maybe a little bit louder on the top end. But when it comes to clarity, when it comes to the bass, I think it's a very good sound system, in my opinion. So yeah, sound system is great. I would say that the seat comfort is also great. I really like the memory seat adjustment settings that you get with the Ultimate, because I got in this and the seat settings were all out of whack. I set my seat settings, and when it lets you out of the vehicle, it pulls the seat back so you get more room to step in and out, which I like. And then I would just press that button right there and it brings me right back into my memory seat settings. So here's just a regular little acceleration, and I'm telling you, it's very quick. Then I'll give you a little bit of time to hear what it sounds like. Cruising at about 60, going over some bridge joints. So that is what the road and the wind noise sounds like at about 60 miles an hour. Again, I think this is a very solid vehicle for the money. You know, it feels solid. When you close the door, it's solid. And then also, you know, when you're just cruising at a higher speed, it's pretty well insulated from the outside world as well, you know? So that's definitely nice, in my opinion. I like that, you know, that's just... they're paying attention to detail. They're making themselves a premium brand, and it's just those little things that add up to something big with the final product, which is what this is. You know, it's a premium vehicle. It's premium in the way that the door opens. It's premium in the way that the interior touch points feel. Now, a couple complaints that I do have is that I wish it had wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto connectivity. It had the wired Apple CarPlay connectivity, but even on the window sticker, it doesn't mention anything about Android Auto, so I don't even know. I don't have an Android, so I don't really care, but for those of you who do have an Android may care. I don't know if it has Android Auto. I do know it does have Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't mention even on the window sticker about anything about Android Auto. So now if we're going uphill, here's a nice little passing acceleration. So again, just plenty of get up, you know. I don't feel like anybody's gonna really need any more power, especially if you're looking at a Volvo. You know, Volvo isn't necessarily a performance brand. They used to be a little bit, but really they kind of strayed away from that almost in a way, in my opinion. But their vehicles definitely have plenty of power. I think this thing's got plenty of power for what it is. I really don't think that it needs any more power. Obviously, I do love myself some more power, but I don't think that it needs it. So now we're gonna test the handling here. Hopefully the light stays green. Yes, it does. Brakes are good. Now here's a handling test. Nice and flat around that turn. So handling wise, it maneuvers well. So that is definitely good. You know, if you have to do like a kind of thing to skirt around somebody, just know that I do believe that you will feel safe if you do have to do it like some sort of high-speed maneuver. And then from there, again, the suspension just soaks up bumps well while you're cruising. It goes over bumps, slow speed bumps nicely as well. Sound system is great. The way that it drives is great. You get a ton of driver assistance features. You get a ton of safety features, and the vehicle itself is safe. So here, I'm gonna hit that bump on purpose just to feel what it felt like. It soaked it up very nicely. So that kind of about concludes it. Again, solid build quality. You get a nice little power to do that kind of stuff. I love the little turbo noise that you get, and it's just solid. You know, sound system good, driver assistance, all the driver assistance features you get, great. Build quality, great. Touch points, great. Seat comfort, great. So again, just a couple complaints. Has to do with the infotainment system. You know, when you get into these small bumps, it's kind of difficult-ish to go throughout while you're driving. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints. So that's kind of about it for today's video. Before we end out today's video, here's a floored. To about 53 miles an hour. But again, that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support. So if you enjoyed any part of this video, if you learned anything new about this vehicle, please just take a second, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button. Again, the likes and comments look very good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and that is what helps me grow. But again, that is it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.